What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are ranking every single, well, not every single, but most of the Fortnite POIs. So let's get to it. Alright, so here's our options. We have God Drop, Great, Good, Okay, or just AFK Drop. So let's get into it. So Mega Mall. Alright, so Mega Mall, I'm gonna put Mega Mall at Great. It had good loot. It had a lot of people, but I wouldn't put it at God Drop because I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't. I don't know. I don't think it should be God Drop. Um, Fatal Fields. I'm gonna put Fatal Fields at good. Um, I mean, like there was a barn and there was like this big house. And that's basically it. And then there's some hay. Um, so yeah, there's like two barns and a house. Pretty good loot, especially the house. And there's a lot of memes that you can do here. So I'm gonna put it at good. By the way, guys, these are all my opinion, and it's also common sense. Like some of these you have to agree. Next, we have Greasy Grove. I really like Greasy Grove. It sucks that it wasn't in the game for a long time. They removed it in like season 6. No, season 7. That's when it turned to ice. Then in season 10 they brought it back, but it was like the taco version. And it's not in the game in this chapter. So Greasy Grove, I'm gonna put Greasy Grove at God Drop. I really do like Greasy Grove. I think Greasy Grove's a really cool place to land at, especially when it was a Taco Time emote that you used to get for free. Like when you go there, it was pretty fun. Flush Factory, let's be honest, it's OG and all, but like AFK, bro. Like the only time I would be here is if I was AFK in the battle bus and I just somehow landed at Flush Factory. Moisty Mire, let's be honest, it's also another AFK drop. That place is basically just trees, a swamp, and a little movie studio. So not that much loot, and it's on the edge of the map, so it's an AFK drop. Haunted Hills, another AFK drop. No one lands there. Um, Junk Junction, AFK drop. Now I know a lot of these are fan favorites. They're OG locations, but be honest, like these places don't have the best loot, and they're on the edge of the map, so it's an AFK drop. Let's be honest. Tilted, come on, we all know that this is going there. By the way, I'm doing this in order. So Tilted is better than Greasy. Um, but if I put it behind it, then I'm basically saying Greasy's better than Tilted. So I'm gonna put Tilted right here. It's gonna be in front of Greasy. Wait, let's just organize this. So Flush Factory is definitely better than these. Junk Junction's better. Haunted is right there. The worst one is Moisty. Okay, moving on. Yeah, but like Tilted's great. Everybody likes Tilted. It's kind of still in the game, but like it's not the same because it's like combined with uh with what's it called again? Salty. Lucky Landing. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it at the top of AFK drop because like no one lands there, and it's on the edge of the map, so it's an AFK drop. Dusty Divot. Come on, let's be honest. Dusty Divot is God drop. Everybody loves Dusty Divot. The Hop Rocks were there. You have the two buildings. Um, Dusty Divot is when the Visitor first came to the map. That's when the storyline first started in Fortnite. Um, so yeah, great location. Shifty Shaft, bro. The like, cause you know how in chapter 2 there was a new map. There was like a new map, but they like left some locations in the map. This is one of the locations that they should have left in the map. This is one of the locations they should have brought back. Shifty Shafts is such a great location. Honestly, I'm not gonna put it in God Drop, but I'll put it in great. Is it better than Mega Mall? Yeah, I think it's better than Mega Mall. In Pleasant Park, it's a God Drop. It is better than Dusty. Um, yeah, everybody knows Pleasant. It's been in the game since day one. Loot there, the loot there is great. Every season they manage not to mess up Pleasant Park. Um, yeah, every season it's good. Oh, risky reels, risky reels, risky reels. God damn it. Now, you're probably expecting me to say something bad about risky reels. Actually, I'm not. Risky reels is my favorite location to land. This is literally my favorite. Well, let me just rephrase that. It used to be my favorite location. I don't know why. It's because, bro, there was only two reasons why I landed here all the time. Two reasons. Number one, the loot there was great, and number two, you could get a lot of metal materials. Now, the season 5 Risky Reels is horrible. They have ruined Risky Reels. You wanna know why? Because the IO guards, they spawn at Risky. Risky is in the desert. The cars at Risky, you can't even farm them, and half of the cars have a lock on it. And the loot there is not as good as it used to be. They honestly ruined Risky. But if we're talking about Risky before this season, um, crap, ads. But if we're talking about Risky before this season, I'd put it, I'd put it right here. I'd put it better than Dusty, in my opinion. But if we're making like a list on like season 5 locations, this would be all the way down here. But I'm gonna put it right here because I like Risky. Snobby. Um, it is on the edge of the map. Some people would put it at AFK drop, but I'm not gonna put it at AFK drop. I'm gonna put it at OK. Um, because there's 5 houses there, and each house is pretty big, so you can get some pretty good loot. It was on the edge of the map, so you were gonna have to run a lot to get to circle. But I'd put it at OK. Paradise Palms. It's God drop. Paradise Palms is it's a big location. Um, a bunch of loot, and it did have a lot of people there. Lazy Links. I'm gonna put it better than Shifty. I'm gonna put it in great. Lazy Links was the best location to get golf carts, and the loot there was good too. So yeah, I'm gonna put Lazy Links there. Loot Lake. Okay, so there's like 3 different loot lakes. So we're talking about this loot lake right here. This is the loot lake that we got in season 6 when the Kevin the Cube event happened. I actually like this loot lake. I think it's better than Pleasant Park. I'm gonna put in God tier, God drop, because like the original Lazy Lake was this. This is what the original one looks like, and this is what the season 6 loot lake looks like. See, the problem with this one is you have like nowhere to take cover, unless you build, obviously. But this one, there's so many rocks, which means there's so many new chests, and it just looks cool, and that's a pretty good location. Okay, so this is the block. I'm gonna put the block at number 1 God tier. It's like, nah, I'm not gonna put it there. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it at the end of God drop, because sometimes it could be a God drop, like number 1 God drop. Sometimes it could be a good drop, or sometimes it could be an AFK drop. I'm gonna put it here because the block, like every week we had like a new block, like a new location that was in the block, and most of them are pretty good. So I'm gonna put the block at God drop. Polar Peak, it's okay. Is it better than Snobby? Yes, it is better than Snobby. There was a castle, two other buildings. The Infinity Blade was there. The Infinity Blade. Oh god, the memories I have with that thing. Um, yeah, the Infinity Blade broke competitive. It was pretty fun to use, honestly. But yeah, Polar Peak, it's okay. It's not the best location. Um, it was the main location when we got the new snow biome, aka Season 7. So yeah, Frosty Flights. I'm gonna put it at good. Is it better than Fatal? Yeah, better than Fatal. Um, this is like the number one spot to get planes. There was a vending machine there. You could get some ballers. There were some hoverboards. Um, and this building right here was a pretty good building to loot. You could get like two like maybe one gold weapon, two purple weapons, and some commons, uncommons, rares. So pretty good location. And these two hangars had the planes. Um, so yeah, it's a pretty good. It's a pretty good drop. Honestly, I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna put it at great. I'm gonna. Is it better than Mega Mall? No. So I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it at the end of great. Happy Hamlet, or as I like to call it, Happy Hamlins. I'm gonna put it at great. Is it better than Frosty? Yes. Is it better than Mega Mall? No. It was on the edge of the map, so not that many people landed there. But it was basically like a mini version. It was basically like a bigger and, in my opinion, better version of Salty. Because look at Happy Hamlins, look at that, and then look at Greasy. I mean Salty. They look like the same kind of, but this one has snow. This one has grass. But this lazy, I mean, Salty only has like 5 houses. Hamlin's had like 10, 15. I don't know. Had a lot of houses. It had a vending machine. I think it was a good location. I think Lazy Lagoon. Um, it was a good spot. It was a good spot. Because you had this ship that you could farm, and you had the ship that you can loot, and it had a bunch of cannons. And lazy this place right here had some good loot too. Is it better than Fatal? Definitely better than Fatal. Loot Lake. I'm gonna like. I know a lot of people are gonna be mad at me for this, but I'm gonna put it in okay. Now hear me out. You only have one house right here, and then you have like two buildings right here, and that's it. And then this is just all water. So like the beginning, Loot Lake was really bad in my opinion. Um, there was only one house and two buildings. It wasn't that good. Is it better than Snobby? Yes. Is it better than Polar Peak? Yes. So I'm gonna put it at the top of okay. Um um I don't get it. Volcano or Sunny Steps? Let's just rank both of them. So the volcano had a couple chests, and that's it. You can get some mobility, could fly. And Sunny Steps, honestly, Sunny Steps is an AFK drop, but since it has the volcano in it, I'm gonna put Sunny Steps at okay. Is it better than Snobby? Yes. Is it better than Polar Peak? No. Sunny Steps had decent loot, but the volcano had also a couple chests, so I'll put it at okay. Now, Pressure Plant, on the other hand, I like Pressure Plant, and I think Pressure Plant is really cool. A lot of people don't like it, but I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna put it in great because you could get a lot of loot here, and you could also fly. So it made it easier to get to a place. Is it better than Frosty? Yeah. Is it better than Happy Hamlet? Yeah. Not better than Mega Mall. So I'm gonna put it right here. Neo Tilted. Okay. Um, Neo Tilted. At first, in season 9, you couldn't last like 10 seconds in that place without dying. So, but as the season gone on, you could survive more. But Neo Tilted, I'm not gonna put it in God Drop, but I'm gonna put it in Great. The loot there, I mean, it's Tilted Towers, so of course it has good loot. And then you had like the wind tunnels. That was really cool for mobility. Is it better than Frosty? Yeah. Better than Happy? Yeah. Better than Pressure? Yeah. Is it better than Mega Mall? Yes. 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 Great. Number one on the great tier. Starry Suburbs. And I can't even read that. I just knew it was Starry Suburbs because I actually like this location. A lot of people don't like it, but this location was actually pretty unique. Stars fell from the sky, and then when you if you pick them up, it gives you like a weapon, like a random weapon. Um, and the weapons they gave you was pretty cool, and you could get an unreleased weapon from this. It would give you a golden tactical SMG, which you could only get from this location. I don't know if Epic did that on purpose or if it was an accident, but you could get an exclusive weapon from this. So I'm gonna put it at great. It's definitely better than these locations. It's not better than Pressure Plant. And the music that played when you went in this location was pretty good. So I'm gonna put it at great. Now we have the season 8 unvaulting loot lake. So this is where the vault was at. Um, yeah, the only thing that's changed from this is that there's a vault there and some different build. Like there's some little places that you could go. It's basically this loot lake, but is it better? I'm gonna put it behind this loot lake. Um, I think Pleasant Park's better, so I'm gonna put it behind Pleasant Park. Honestly, I'm just gonna put this loot lake at. Honestly, it was good. It was good. Is it better than Lazy Lagoon and Fatal? Yeah, I think it's better. So I'm gonna put that loot lake there. Gotham City. Let's be honest. Second God drop. Now, there's two reasons why. Number one, it's tilted. Number two, it's Gotham City. Now, I'm probably being biased because I am a pretty big. I'm a pretty big Batman fan. So, but like, let's be honest. This place had some good loot, and it had two Batman mythics, the Batarang and the Grapple Hook, and you could. It had the glider redeploy for free, like free glider redeploy when you go there. And the loot there was good too. Honestly, I think this does deserve to be a god drop. Moisty Palms. A lot of people hate this location, but honestly, I'm gonna put Moisty Palms at. I'm gonna put it at good. It was a mixture between. It was a mixture between Moisty and Paradise Palms. Um, and then if you crouch, you turned into a prop. So you could like if you're in a battle with somebody, you could just crouch and you could turn into a table basically. Um, a lot of people hated it. Sometimes in competitive, the final circle was there, so it was kind of broken for competitive. So I'm gonna put it better. It's second place. Second place aren't good. The shark. Um, I, I mean, it was a new place. Sky was there. The golden scar and the golden. I mean, mythic scar and mythic grapple hook was there as well. Um, I had a volt. I'm gonna put it at great. Is it better than Frosty? Yes. Better than Happy. Better than Pressure. Mega Maw. It's better than Shifty. Better than, I'm gonna put it in second place for great. The agency. This was like basically Tilted Towers for season two, chapter two. Um, I'm gonna put it at great. Because you could get some good loot here. You had the Midas drum gun, and you had the Volt that you could get, and the loot there was just pretty good. So I'm gonna put this the agency. I'm gonna put it at great. It's definitely better than all of these locations. I'm gonna put it second place on the great section. Next we have Anarchy Acres. It's basically Fatal Fields, but with a different name. So I'm gonna put it behind Fatal on the good. The yacht, I would put it on AFK, but you did get the mythic AK, and there was a Volt, so I'm gonna put it at okay. It's definitely better than all these locations. So yeah, it's number one on okay. Craggy Cliffs, it's it's an AFK drop, but it's the best AFK drop. This is number one. Like it's a good location for like you can get some pretty decent loot, but honestly, like out of all these locations, out of all the locations on the map, who would actually land at Craggy Cliffs? Steamy Stacks. Um, it's okay. The like you can loot this big building. There's also another building right here that you can loot. You have these two wind tunnels that can give you like you can fly. You can get to the circle faster, which is pretty good because this thing was on the edge of the map. So sometimes you're gonna have like the circle is like all the way in the middle of the map, and you're all the way over here at Steamy. So you could use the wind tunnels and fly to the circle, which is really helpful. So I'm gonna put it at okay. It's definitely better than Loot Lake, so I'm gonna put it at second place. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it in first place because the yacht, like, it wasn't even on the map. This thing was off the map. It was literally in the water, but it's a yacht, so but I mean, Lazy Lagoon had a pirate ship, and it was only like a little like river thing. I don't know. Frenzy Farm. This is definitely a better version of Anarchy and Fatal. I'm gonna put this place at a. I'm gonna put it at a great. It was a big location. Like seriously, look at the size of this compared to this. I mean, honestly, these look way bigger than this. But like, if you actually play Fortnite, then you would know. Like this place is way bigger. It hasn't been in the game in the past 2 seasons. This thing was replaced by Stark Industries, and in this season, it's replaced with the Coliseum. So I'm gonna put this. It's better than this. It's better than that. Better than that. I'm gonna put it right here, right behind Pressure Plant. Next, 30 Ducks AFK drop. This is definitely an AFK drop. You can get the silent pistol from her from the boss that is there. So I mean, I guess you can get a mythic. I mean, a exotic. Um, yeah, it's. I think it's better than Craggy. I'm gonna put it at number one AFK drop. The Grotto. The Brutus minigun was way too overpowered. That thing, like if you had a Brutus minigun, you basically had the win if you knew how to use it. I mean, who doesn't know how to use a minigun? Just hold down the trigger button and you're gonna shoot like a minigun 10 times faster than the normal minigun. So yeah, the minigun was pretty broken. Don't know what Epic was thinking. That thing is up there with the Brutus minigun is probably up there with the mechs. But everybody knows the mechs are way broken than any other thing that's ever been added to this game. But the Brutus minigun was pretty OP. So I'm gonna put the Brutus. I'm gonna put the Grotto at a good spot to land. It was on the edge of the map. It was pretty small if you look at this picture, but inside it's pretty big. It's better than Anarchy, better than Lazy, better than yeah. Yeah. I think it's number one on good. Sweaty Sands. Um, I mean, you can go fishing. It's honestly Sweaty Sands is kind of like Paradise Palms. Because like if you look at Paradise Palms, right, and you look at this, they both they're both kind of have sand. Like this has desert sand. This has just sand from the beach. Um, but like there's a hotel right here. There's a hotel right here. There's some buildings around it. There's some buildings around it. But this one you can go fishing. So I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put it at a great spot to land. I think it's better than. I think it's second place. I think it's fourth place on the great section. So next we have Holly Hedges. I like Holly Hedges. I think it's a pretty good location. The loot there is good. Um, I put it at great. I think it's better than all of these locations. I think it's better than Frenzy. So I'm gonna put it at great. Weeping Woods. Um, there's basically two buildings and a little car park thingy, and then there's a bunch of trees that you can get some materials with. So it's it's like Wailing Woods, but worse. Um, it's okay. I'll put it at. It's better than Snobby, but it's not the great. It's not good. Tomato Town. Now it is an OG location, but if we're gonna be honest, it's okay. I think it's the worst out of the okay section. Now, don't get mad because like look at this. There's a restaurant and a building, and that's it. That's literally all. So it's honestly, I think Tomato Town is probably the smallest location we've ever gotten in Fortnite. Like this location is so small, they had to zoom in. You can't even see the full name of Tomato or Town. So it wasn't that good. Slurpee, it's a god drop. It's definitely better than right here. It's a god drop. Literally, if you land there, you get full shield easily. The loot there is good as well. Um, and you're not that you're not that close to the edge of the map, so you do have um a chance to get to circle if the circle is not on you. And there's boats there, and it's literally a river or a swamp, I guess you could say. The rig. I mean, this is another small location. It had TNT in its boom bow, which was pretty good, but it's there's no one landed there. It's so small. Like look at this place, but it had good loot. So I'm gonna put it at good. I'm gonna put it at the worst of good. Actually, no. Since it had a mythic, I'm gonna put it better than both of the farms. So yeah, Misty Meadows. This is another location that had a lot of houses, so it had a lot of loot. I'll put it at honestly, I'll put it at God Drop because I think this location is pretty good. Cause you not God Drop. I think it's a great place to land. Is it better than these locations? Let's see. It's definitely better than Sweaty Sands, so I'll put it in fourth place for the great section. Lazy Lake. This is like this is like the baby version of Tilted. Like this location is great. I'm putting it third place in God Drop. I always land there. Literally, you can ask my friends. You can ask any of my friends, and they'll always tell you that I always land at Lazy because it reminds me of Tilted, and it's like the only thing left on the map that's like close to Tilted. I mean, you could go to Salty Towers, but like Salty Towers sucks. Let's be honest. Wailing Woods, you could get a bunch of trees. In the middle, there is an underground like place that you can get some pretty good loot from. So I put it at good. It's definitely better than the farms, better than the rig. I'd put it right behind Moisty Palms. Um, yeah, Lonely Lodge. I don't know about you, but I think in season 1, 2, and 3, this is like the location I always landed. It was just a pretty good location. But if we're gonna be honest, it's an AFK drop, but it's not the worst AFK drop. So I'm gonna put this. I'll put it behind Lonely. I mean, I put it behind Lucky Landing. Retail Row, God Drop, third place. Actually, no. It, cause like now, no one for some reason no one lands at Retail no more. Probably because it's on the edge of the map now. But I don't think it's better than Lazy. It's I don't think it's better than Paradise, but it is better than Loot Lake. So I'll put it in fifth place for God Drop. Oh crap! Alright, there you go. Okay, Dusty Depot. There was 3 buildings and that's it. Um, it's not an AFK drop, like, cause you wouldn't be AFK and landing there, but just, it's just, I don't know, man. I, I think it's not. This is hard. Let's add a row. Let's name this row just bad. So let's get Dusty. It's a bad drop. It's not an AFK drop because you wouldn't be AFK going there, but not. It's not good. It's just 3 buildings and that's it. Yeah, it's OG, but like, let's be honest. Salty. I'm gonna put it at bad. Definitely better than. It's definitely better than Salty. I mean, it's definitely better than Dusty. Um, Now I'm gonna explain why. Okay, so I really, really hate Salty Springs. Now here it is. Here's why. There's only like 5 houses, 5 houses and a gas station, and that's it. The loot there is kinda good, but like here's the problem. There's only like 5 houses and half the lobby lands there. So you die right off the bat. And there's like no houses and no loot. So that's why I'm gonna put it at bad. It's OG, it's been in the game since day one, but if I'm being totally honest, it's bad. So there you go. That is my tier list for every single location. Well, every single location from season 1 to season 2 of this chapter. I couldn't find a tier list that gave me all the seasons because the only season we're missing is season 3, 4, and 5. There's no season 3, 4, 5 POIs on this tier list, but there is season 1 till chapter 2, season 2. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.